your best friend, or losing your best man. Losing your blood brother from a sister, wishing you can free him again. All the real niggas put your hands in the air for the real niggas y'all getting lost. All the real niggas tell y'all gang in the air for all the bitch niggas y'all in car. Man, this shit got real crazy, feel like we losing niggas on the daily. All I had tears in my eyes, anger said somebody need to die. I was trying to get some get back, they killed my homie of a bitch, nigga. I'll be damn, won't get my get back. Let's crack and look at me wrong, that boy about to get his shit pushed back. I think I'ma join the choir, cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, it was wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir, cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, man, that shit got real wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir.
All right. Welcome to the two. Hold on. That don't even sound right. Hold on. Welcome. There we go. That much better. Welcome to the Too Much Moxie podcast. I am your humble host, Too Much. And guess what? I'm in the building, y'all. We about to do something today. About to get into it. Y'all see the title of the thumbnail? We are navigating through relationships today, right? We're talking about why men don't want to get married. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Why men don't want to get married, right? Navigating modern relationships, why increasing number of men are choosing not to marry. Let's get into it, man. There's a changing attitude towards marriage right now. I did a TikTok show the other day. I put up a couple clips. I'll probably clip up some more today, and then we'll start clipping this one up. But there's a changing attitude towards marriage. Man, it is what it is. You know, the dating market, the choices in the dating market, the 304s in the dating market. I mean, it's all bad. It's all bad, all sad, so sad, too bad, yo bad. That's what it is, man. It's just terrible. It's just terrible what's going on today, man. Brothers, you know, marriage is on the decline. Families are on the decline. The Western civilization is changing right before our very eyes. We have a very telling election coming up in 2024 on what direction our country is going to go in. And I want to be optimistic. I want to be optimistic of our country, of the American people, of the Western world. I want to be optimistic that we can weather this storm. But you know, the landlords, so to speak, we'll see. We'll see what they want. We'll see if they want peace and prosperity, or if they want turmoil, debacle, slavery. But we're here to talk about we're here to talk about just the declining rate of marriage. You know, why increasing number of men are not choosing to marry. You know, we're going to touch a little bit about infidelity and paternity fraud. You know, we're going to talk a little bit about child support. Just some of the issues that have men concerned, right? That's the proper word, concerned. Men are concerned, right? Check 1 2. Okay, we're back. Don't know what's going on, man, but we always have some kind of technical difficulties going on. So I'm gonna have to ask y'all to bear with me as we power through this thing. But we're gonna get through it, man. We're gonna talk about it. Decline in marriage. You know, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, man. It's just not looking good. It's not looking favorable. Um, it's not just men who are not trying to get married. It's also women are not seeing the value in marriage. They see value in getting the ring, right? They want that ring. They want the proposal, but I don't believe they want the husband, right? They want the children. They want the child, but I don't think they want the husband that comes with that child. They want the fancy house, the nice car, everything, right? They want the money, but I don't think they want the standards and the loyalty that comes with the provision that a man brings, right? Rebellion, man, just straight up rebellion, man. Rebellion, rebellion. They don't like us. They call it misogyny, but it's really misandry. These women hate men. The rise in hate for men in the direction, the leadership of men. They talk about men being emotionally intelligent, right? But freaking heck, we're the only emotionally intelligent ones on the planet. How about that? How can you be emotionally intelligent when you're an emotional woman? How does that even make sense? How does that go together? Emotion and emotional intelligence. How does that go together? Emotional intelligence is really logic. Let me say that again. Emotional intelligence is really logic. And who's more logical? Let's be real, men. So, men, I'm gonna tell you, man, y'all got to get y'all stuff together, man, because it's hard out here for a pimp. It's hard out here. It's hard out here. Yes, indeed. It's hard out here for a pimp. It really is. So let's get into it. Uh, we're gonna start out with a couple of videos, and then we're gonna do some commentary, and we're gonna get to it, man. We're gonna get to it, man. Everybody's heard, there's a specific viral video that's going on. We're gonna save that for last, man, but we're gonna get into it. Let's jump into it. I'll be right back.
What you don't want to do, and this is what they don't want to tell you. You don't go somewhere and marry in an environment which a bunch of other dudes get to fornicate with the same woman you don't get to fornicate with, but you get to marry. That's when you know you don't want to marry, because you're actually being insulted by being chosen for marriage. When a chaste woman chooses you for marriage, that's a compliment. When an unchaste woman chooses you for marriage, that's an insult, even if they don't think it is. And as a matter of fact, they know that it is. They know it's an insult, saying that when you accept that stepdad role before you have your own, she looks at you as a genetic inferior. And so you can't come back from that. You can't convince her of anything else at that point. That's it. You're genetic inferior. End of. She can't see you any other way.
She can't see you any other way. I mean, it's very true, man. A lot of men are, it used to be what once used to be an honor and a privilege, right? It's been an honor and privilege to be a stepdad. There was respect, you're coming in and you're taking over the responsibility that another man presumably messed up. And for the sake of the child and the legacy of that man, another man steps in and raises him as his own. But what we have here is a nation full of 304s. Uh, I think the establishment, I think this is, based on the laws here in our country, I think it's set up to have a nation full of 304s that any man can have. These women do not belong to you, they belong to the government, right? So if they belong to the government and they don't belong to you, and they can do whatever they want with their body, where is the purity? Where is the sanctity in marriage? How is it preserved? What happens when you marry these women? If y'all don't know, 85% of married women are 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 cheating. Let's be real. 85% of married women are cheating. They're cheaters. Your woman's not loyal, right? And she can divorce you anytime. I'm not happy in the marriage. I'm not happy with what you're doing. The ups and downs. They don't want to stick around for the down. They want to be around for the up. And it's a it's a free for all out there. You know, any man can sleep with your woman, and you can't do nothing about it because her body, her right, right? There's no fidelity anymore, right? It's just pretty much a free for all. 20% of men admit to cheating and 13% of women admit to cheating. And that number is really higher than that. Those are just the ones who admit it. 85% of women are doing it. And they're doing it on the down low, right? And you're finding out that, hey, maybe that son or that daughter that you thought was yours might not be yours. So the infidelity, right? And and so much paternity fraud going on. So many men are getting hit with the RICO. So many men are getting hit. I call it the RICO. So many men are getting hit with child support, right? They're getting hit with the CS, right? They're getting hit with the CS and finding out 18 years, your wife got you for 18 years and she found out the kid wasn't his. How did Kanye say it? Then they find out that the kid wasn't his. So many men are raising kids that are not biologically theirs, that have not been sired by them, that have come either they've taken on a stepdaddy role or that woman put a baby off on him from one of her mistresses that she was sleeping with. And this is happening in marriages, not just in boyfriend and girlfriend. This is happening in marriages. We're talking about marriage. These are the scary truths of why men don't want to get married. The scary truth of why men don't want to get married. Because they're getting hit with that child support and that alimony. When things get bad, women are not happy. They just go mad. They get sad and they want to leave. You know, they want to, but women don't want to leave right away. They want to leave when they got something. So when your woman's ready to walk out the door, believe me, she got another man. Let me say it again. When a woman's ready to walk out the door, walk out on her marriage, divorce you, some side dude she's messing with, man. Not every time, but most of the time, right? Not every time, but most of the time. Let's play another video. This is let me put up the right tags here. Fair use. Fair use. Fair use. Let's play another video. Uh-oh. ESPN. Let's play another video here.
You already have this?
Well, I can't wear it because do you see the back? It's a thong. What do you think I am?
You don't wear a thong?
I mean, not in public.
Oh, wow. You are conservative.
Yeah, man. Married women wearing thongs. Yeah, now, man, I'm about to think, like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I'm just saying, man. What do brothers? Let's be real. We're men, right? We're men. What do we look at? We're looking for panty lines. We're looking for panty lines. We love it when a woman is bending over and we see a little bit of that, the savage out here, man. How do you tell the difference between a good woman and a bad woman? How do you tell the difference between a wife and a 304? How do you know that your wife isn't a 304? How about that? Is she still dressing like she's single? That's a tell sign. Is she still wearing excessive makeup? Is she dressing up like a drag queen to go to work, to go to school? Is she got the smell good on? Now you might be thinking like, man, what's wrong with that? There's a lot wrong with it, brother. A lot wrong with it if you don't know. You want another man telling your wife smell good? She shouldn't smell bad, but why is she putting on that extra perfume? Let me ask you this question. How does your wife hug other men? Is she all up on them? Does she put her breastises? Does she give them does she give them the tap? You got to ask yourself. These are all reasons why men are fearful fearful of getting married because they don't have no, first of all, they don't have no control over the woman that they're marrying. There are so many laws that protect, the women. I'm not saying that women should not be protected and there shouldn't be laws out there, but I'm just saying there's some laws that, you know, I mean, a man can't handle business anymore. Let's be real. You don't have a say so over your household. You're stuck. Especially when you look, it's easier to put your foot down when you're a boyfriend, but it's even harder to put your foot down when you're a husband. Let's be real. Let's be real. It's harder. It's harder. It's harder. And it shouldn't be. And for most men, I'm not gonna say it's harder for all men. For most men, it's hard because it's gonna start an argument. She gonna get in the mood. Your food gonna get burnt. You can't hold a woman to a standard, or you can't hold a woman to a high character. It's like you have to let her. You have to accept her loose morals and loose behaviors, and she can make an excuse why she did whatever, and you have to just accept it. And men are not trying to hear all that. Men are not trying to go through that. Men who are paying attention, they don't want to marry them. They don't want to marry women like their mothers, especially the generation X. I mean, not generation X, the millennials, even the generation X. Yeah, we don't. Let's be real. Our mothers did not do a good job. They didn't do a good job. If you're being honest, right? If you're being honest. Now, if you notice in this video, you see Tia. This is an old video, right? She's divorced. Jeannie Ma, she's divorced. Okay. Uh, what's her name? Tamara. She's divorced, right? The girl in the middle, the big black woman, she's divorced. All those ladies on there divorced. Okay. One's talking about she loved being single. Okay. Really? Uh, First of all, it's, like I said, when you hit the wall, you hit the wall. There comes a point where no man's checking for you, and all you are ever gonna be is a fun time. And that's what these women are facing. Look at all these women on the panel. Tia divorced her husband and wants him back now. At first, I like my husband being this thing. He doesn't put all the pressure on me. It's like, what kind of man do you have to be to marry these women? Women are constantly trying to change men. And you wonder why the newer generation, the millennials, they're like, man, I ain't messing with it. And more power to you. You're smart. You're smart, brother. You're smart. If you don't have a traditional woman, do not get married. Do not get married to any woman who's entitled, right? Who feels like she's the prize and doesn't want to humble herself before you. That is argumentative, right? That doesn't want to get on your page and your program. Any woman like that, you want to avoid at all costs because all she's going to bring to your life is headaches. Now, you just seen Tia talking about how she loves marriage and all this stuff. She loves coming home to cuddle to her man. Well, then why did you divorce your man? Jeannie Ma. Oh man, Jeezy is so great. Jeezy is this. And guess what? Jeezy's like, I'm done. I'm fed up with you. You're out of here. Get out of here. You and your mom. Get out of here. I'm done. Men are fed up. Let me tell you something. If you marry any woman in the West, make sure you have a prenuptial agreement. Don't go in raw dogging it. Put your Jimmy hat on. Okay? What do I mean by put your Jimmy hat on? I mean get your prenuptial agreement. If you don't have it, I feel bad for you, brother. I feel bad for you, brother, if you don't have a prenuptial agreement. This is 2023. It's mandatory to have a prenuptial agreement. She gets nothing if she leaves because all the incentive is on her end, right? It's all on her side. So if you don't got that prenuptial agreement, you might as well say, hey, the moment times get hard, she has a ticket to get up out of there and parachute to a softer life and on your dime for the rest of her life. If you got small kids, oh man, she's gonna take those away from you. and raise them to become the good liberals that she is, right? Because most of these women are liberals, right? They're going to be Liberaces. Your kids are going to be little Liberaces, and you can't do nothing about it. How about that? Because all the advantage is on her side. The moment you put the ring on our finger, the moment you say I do, the moment you try to get romantic and have real feelings for this woman, that's dangerous. It's just dangerous. You got to keep your head on a swivel. You know, this is a new day and age, man. I'm telling you, it's a new day and age. We're living in times we never lived in before. We're almost at the point of Terminator. How about that? We're almost at the point of man versus machine. And you over here trying to get a whole wife out here in the West. Brother, get you a traditional woman. Find you a traditional woman. Don't let these women pretend to be traditional out here when they're not. If they weren't raised to be a wife, they probably don't know how to be a wife. So therefore, they are recreation only. I hate to say it like that, but that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. They're recreational out here. Ah, man. And it's always the single women trying to make the married women single. It's always the lonely bitter squad, as my boy Walt D would say. The lonely single bitter squad that always try to break up a happy home. They're the ones the quickest to sleep with your man. They're the quickest ones. And let's be real, men love hoes. We love 304. We love hoes. We do. We love hoes. No lie. We just don't want to marry them. Some of us do, and we find out, right? Look at our boy Joe Smith. He married a 304. He married a corn star. He married a corn. A lady of the night. He married a sex worker. He married her. And look what he's going through. Look at the disrespect. Look at all the things that she's putting that brother through, putting his business. She's trying to shame him. Shaq, can you hook him up with a Popeyes? What? 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 Jesus. It's hard out here for a pimp. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Men are not trying to go through any of that. We're not trying to go through any of that. We're not trying to put up with any of it. You know? Paternity fraud. Okay? How many of us men are not raising our own children but think we are? Don't go to the Jamaicas. Don't go to Jamaica. 80% of them brothers is raising somebody else's baby. Yeah. That's another nation full of 304s, okay? Not all, but 80% is a high number. I'm just gonna tell you like that. Something wrong with that picture when a man can't look at his son and see himself. Look at his daughter and see himself. Something's wrong with that picture. Let's get to it.
If you are a female who have had 5 or more failed relationships in the span of 3 and 5 years, who the fuck do you really think is the motherfucking problem in this picture? I don't give a fuck how much you want to say men are dogs, men aren't shit, men are animals, and everything else you have to say negative about a fucking man. I don't give a fuck. If you had that many failed relationships in that short ass span of time, you are the motherfucking problem. I don't give a fuck how you look at it. You are the fucking problem. There is no way in the motherfucking world every motherfucking man that run into your life just want to split that shit and hit it after that. It's something about you that's running these motherfucking men away. There is a problem going on. The thing is, nobody understands that motherfucking problem. Not even yourself. You don't even fucking understand it. But yet you do not want to take accountability. You want to blame every motherfucking man who you allow in your motherfucking life to become the goddamn problem.
He is a realist.
He's definitely a realist. And that's what happens when you try to marry a 30-year-old woman. Good luck with that. Unless she's the widow A wife who's been a wife and her husband passed away and she's still young, right? She's in her 30s and she's still in wife mode. Man, that's the only time you want to marry. You marry widows. Don't marry no 304s because they're the problem. You're not. I'm gonna tell it to you the truth, my brother. You are not the problem. You are just being a man, and it's okay to be a man. The problem is women don't want men. They want tricks. They don't want men. They want tricks. They want simps. Let's keep it 100. You're not the problem, my brother. You're not the problem. She is. It is what it is. You got to. I mean, man, you got to understand and know that. A lot of okay. Sometimes it's your fault. Men can make bad decisions. Men can mess up, but for the most part, we get it together. We fail forward, right? But if that woman's been in one relationship after another relationship, and all these other men didn't commit, why are you trying to commit to her? If all these other men treated her like the 304 she was, why are you trying to wife her up? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Why are you trying to wife her up? Doesn't make sense to you. The liability is too high. The debt ceiling ratio is too high. A lot of these women, especially if she's in her 30s, I know she went to college, right? Did she pay all her bills off? Did she pay her bills? Or is she carrying some student loans? Shoot, if she's in her 30s, does she have a house? Maybe she live in an apartment. I don't know. Right? But she probably got some debt. Are you willing to take that on, brother? Not too many are. Brothers are waking up. They don't want to get married because guess what? Another reason why they're not trying to get married, because they're not trying to inherit that debt. We don't want to pay for it. Oh no. We don't want to pay for it. We didn't do it. No one told her to get a degree in that doesn't make no money. Nobody told her to go to school and just mess around. Oh, I'm just going, fake it till I make it. You should have been looking for a husband while you was in college. That's what you should have been doing. Forget them books. You should have did 1 year, 2 years, and then found you a husband and got up out of there and became a wife, right? But that's not what you want to do. You want to be the career woman, right? She wanted to be the career. That's another reason why men are not trying to marry these women, because they're married to their career already. Women want you to support them in their career. They don't want to support you in yours, though. If I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm lying, I'm flying, y'all. Women don't want to support you, but they want you to support them. And they want you to support them first. How about that? Instead of them supporting you as a man and getting on your page and helping you, get the family to the next level, she wants you to support her and her business that she ain't even started yet. She just wants you to fund it and pay for it. And then when the business collapses because she doesn't have really that business acumen, right? Guess whose fault it is? Your fault. She wants you to reach into your pocket and pull out another business. So men are not trying to do that. We're getting smart. I mean, we've always been smart. Some of us just, as Uncle D says, we got that mother goddess simp chip. And that's what happens to a lot of people, man. They got that, they were raised by mothers. They were son husbands growing up. And they feel like they got to protect their mama. And a lot of women complain about it. They complain about mama's boy. They complain about the man who wants to take care of his mama, because at least that man know, hey, his mama's not going nowhere, but you probably gonna go somewhere, but my mama's always gonna be here. So I'm gonna take care of my mama, right? We call those son husbands, right? The mother makes the son the husband. She's doing everything with the son but sleeping with him. Her son is her everything. It's her everything, right? Even when because let's be real, no man want her. No man want her. So she got to have her son take care of her. She left or divorced or had a baby young or whatever her excuse was that she couldn't stay with that man. It's always the man's fault. And that's what you got to watch out for. Whenever a woman blames a man and says it's his fault, she's not accountable. Right off the bat, she's not accountable. Because how many failed relationships has she had before she got to you? Is she going to blame it on every man? Or maybe it's the man, or maybe she's choosing the wrong man. Maybe she's choosing the Pookie and the Ray Ray. Maybe she's choosing the fun time instead of the person that's gonna be solid. Maybe that's what's going on. Let's get to it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that little baby. That little fine woman. She fine. Wasn't she fine? Man, good, fine. Baby came in, messed it up. Brother was like, no. We like 304s, man. They're a good time. They're fun to be around. Especially when the pleasant ones, the ones that are not too argumentative and too rude and too stuck up. I mean, we like feminine energy, right? We like we like the role play. We know it's role play. You don't really like us. You there because of the 5-star meal you're about to get, right? The Uber ride in the Uber Black, right? You there for the fun. You there for the trips. We like 304s, but we don't like their kids. Get you? We don't like their kids. It's sad, but it's true. It's sad, but it's true. We don't like the kids. We don't like. I'm sorry. I gotta come down on some of y'all single mothers, man. I gotta come down on y'all a little bit. It is what it is. That's another reason why men are opting not to marry, because, again, you come with the whole family already. You come with a whole family already. So that man can't even start his own. He already has to step up and take care of yours. It is what it is. Let's get into the last video, though. Y'all know what this video is. Y'all seen it. I wish I had the original, but I don't. But we're going to listen to this lady's commentary, and then I'm definitely going to commentate on it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was like, this little boy looked familiar. Of course he looks familiar because he's a TikTok star. He's an influencer, him and his mama. Right? Y'all probably know who he is. I can't remember his name right now, but y'all know who he is. We'll play the video, though.
He was not having it. This kid has been going viral after publicly stopping his mom from embarrassing him. There is a time and a place for everything, and the fact that he had to discipline his own mother in front of others speaks volumes. Now, I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh, she's an adult and she could do whatever she wants, which is true, but it's all about having respect for your own child, because I don't care what anybody says. Nobody wants to see their own mother twerking on a stranger. Now, obviously, he wasn't happy about it, but this is why it's important to have boundaries in order to avoid your child from developing trauma and resentment. But you guys, let me know what you think.
Oh my God, y'all seen this video? I wish I could have grabbed the original. Y'all forgive me. I'll do my best next time to get the original. And stop bringing up all this using other people's videos. But it's just a shame, man. Why would any man want to marry her, especially when she got a son husband, a protector like that? Think about that. For any man to come into her life, it's going to be difficult because that son's not going to be happy. He's number one to his mama. And then if any man that comes in and deals with that woman is going to have to realize that little boy, right? And that she couldn't stay with his daddy, right? So she had to leave him and become a single mother. That little boy is number one forever in her life. These women believe kids are first. Why would any man want to get it? Why would any man want to get in a relationship with that? Now, she got a little fatty, you know what I'm saying? She got a little twerking, So she's a fun time, I need to, Get a good stress reliever. You know, I need a good workout. She's a good workout buddy. That's what she is. She's a good workout buddy. She's a workout partner. But it can't be nothing else. And it got to be on the low, because if it's in front of the son, you see what that's about. And the sad part is that son is traumatized. That son is babied. Go check. I mean, they're on TikTok. Y'all heard how he used to talk about his mama? Like that's his woman. He talk about his mama like that's what he was jealous. He was, I mean, I'm not saying he wants to, I'm just saying that's his mama, y'all. That's his mama. He love her. She is not allowed to be with nobody else. When he gets older, he's gonna take care of his mama, and she know it. Can't no man come between that. Ain't no man smart enough to. That brother was over there freaking on her, but he wasn't trying to marry her. You see what I'm saying? He was trying to take something home, and he was trying to, do something in the restroom real quick and come back out to the party. I don't even know why she brought her son there. I know that he's all part of the influencer and blow her videos up, but that's a grown function right there. Why you got your child where they got liquor and adults dancing? Why you got your child there? Okay. To see you, and why you got your child watching you twerk? Why is your child watching you twerk, ma'am? Why is she watching you twerk? It is what it is, right? It is what it is. I mean, that again, these single mothers don't really think about their kids like they say they do. They say they love their kid. You ask any single mother, and I'm not saying all single mothers are bad, but you ask any single mother, they're going to tell you how much they love their children. They're going to tell you how their child comes first. If your child really comes first, where's his father? If the child really comes first, where's his father? Where's his father at? If the child really comes first, where is his father? Because that's the best statistical advantage that child is going to have, is with a father. You are limiting his chances of becoming all he can be and growing up and having fun, the development that a child needs without the father. It's a myth to think you can be a career woman and a single mother at the same time. It's a myth to even believe you could be a career woman and run a family at the same time and take care of the kids. It's dang near impossible. You got to be a special type of creature to pull that one off. And I know what y'all gonna say. Oh, in America, it's so hard. You gotta work 2 jobs, blah blah blah. No, you just gotta expect a little less in material things for the sake of your children. See what happened to, let me tell you what I respect about the Hispanic culture, right? Especially I'm talking about the paisas, right? The old school ones, right? I'm talking about the ones that come here and work the field and sacrifice their lives, work themselves to the bone. I'm talking about the Haitian family, right? That came here. The Haitian man and the Haitian woman who came here and worked all the odd jobs, 2, 3 jobs, so their children can grow up and be educated and they can have a good life, who sacrificed for the sake of the kids, kept them in a stable home, didn't divorce, stayed together. All they had was their family, and they did it. They made it happen. They made it happen. But they sacrificed for their kids. Let's be real. You twerking with alcohol, you twerking on a random dude, and your son see it, that's traumatizing. How is that helping? And he cried. He cried at the end. Oh, I feel sad for that brother, man. I feel sad he has to grow up realizing his mama may be a 304 because she's, even if she wasn't, she's acting like it. Why are you twerking, ma'am? I mean, we need to do away with twerking. I mean, but let me get it wrong. Let me get, man, brothers, we like twerking. We like it. We love it. Like I said, we like 304s, man. We love them. We love them. But it doesn't make sense when it comes to the confines of a family. If we can keep twerking on the inside, where you just twerk for your husband and your husband only, that'd be a different thing. But the problem is, you're gonna put that butt on any man. Any man come behind there is gonna get to rub up on it, grind up on it. And you got kids. How many single mothers I see walking around half naked around their kids? And you want a man to marry you? You want a man to say I do? You want a man to come across the threshold and take care of you? Trust issues plays a lot to do. If you can twerk, I probably can't trust you. You know, no, I'm not saying it like that, but we got to do away with twerking altogether. It was fun for a little while, but now it's that man. We adults now. We grew up. Generation X grew up and we're like, oh damn, we messed up with this one. Now we got our young kids. You got young daughter. How can you be a man with a daughter? You have a daughter. How are you guys raising your daughters? How are you doing it? Are you raising them to be 304s? Are you raising them to be 304s? Are you? I'm just saying, it's difficult out there. It's hard out there. No man, I don't know, man. I don't have any kids. I don't know what it's like. I could not imagine I have a daughter somewhere and she's twerking, right? If I had a son, I'd be scared. Like, what woman is going to be suitable for there is none. Let me come on, boy. We going overseas. I gotta take you overseas. That's the only way. And we're gonna find, and it's just madness, you guys. It's just madness, man. Men are not trying to get married, man. We're not trying to get married for a number of reasons, man. And then we got these women in these open relationships, and it's open on both sides. You got the women with her side chick and side dude. You got the man with his side chick and side dude. I mean, you stay you these alternative lifestyle and these alternative marriages are not the answer. How about that? It's not the answer. Because eventually you got to have kids and you're going to confuse the kids. And that's what it all boils down to. What about your legacy? What type of legacy can a man leave here in America? What kind of legacy can you leave? What kind of country turns your daughters into 304s to where they're having sex before they even get out of high school? And you don't have no control over the development of that child because you got to work, and then the wife can't got no, she got to work too. So you send them to the liberal school, and she comes back liberal. That's what happened. They're brainwashed. They're bots. She comes back with these weird ideas and weird views, and she doesn't know nothing about nothing, and she thinks everything's supposed to cater to her. And by that time, your kids they done turned against you. If you a real man, that with standards and morals, she's looking at you like you got issues. You got issues. So it is what it is, man. There's a number of reasons why men are not opting to marry today. Okay. They're not trying to get married because of the high rate of paternity fraud. I think it's like 55% of men today are not are are not the biological father of the children they think they are, because women are passing babies off because of their own shame. They don't want to be shamed, right? They don't want you to know that they out doing stuff they're not supposed to be doing. So they're gonna get pregnant by their mistress, by their side dude, and they're gonna put it on you. Men are not trying to pay child support. Men are not trying to pay alimony. Men are not trying to go through a no fault divorce. Men are not trying to put up with a woman and her kids. Okay. Men are not trying to have a family. Men are trying to have their own family and not trying to raise your family, and they don't have a legacy because they got to deal with you. These women are looking for Pookie and Ray Rays, and they want them to be millionaires. They want effeminate males, hyper masculinized males that are like guard dogs to do their bidding, that they can sick them on you at any moment. Women are not going to fight for their own ideology. They need men to do that. So they're going to get these guard dogs, these hyper masculine brothers who don't know nothing about nothing because they weren't raised by a man, right? They were taught to hate their father by their mother, right? Or their mother just chose the wrong man and they got to see the wrong man. Whatever excuse or scenario you want to put it on, it's all, it's all bad. It's all bad. It's all bad. So, in conclusion, the changing attitudes towards the marriage among men are influenced by the realities of infidelity and paternity fraud. As we navigate these complex dynamics, it becomes increasingly important to foster open, honest, and trusting relationships. The future of relationships and marriage may be evolving, but the need for mutual respect and understanding remains constant. We have got to come together and do better. I don't know how we can do better. Well, I got solutions. They may not be the solution that you want to hear, but I got solutions. As men, we cannot accept loose women and loose morals. We cannot do it. We have to find some type of higher power. Whether you want to be Christian, Muslim, you need to find God in everything, and not this neo tantra, but you need to find tantra in everything, right? You need to find God in everything, and let that be your beacon and your shining light. And you need to not accept loose women with loose morals. Do not do it. Do not accept women who who come with kids. I hate to say it. Leave them alone, because it's too hard to tell which ones are the good single mothers and which ones are. We don't know. These women have had too many failed relationships to be trusted in a relationship. These women are coming with higher body counts than men. 1,000 men, women are sleeping with 1,000 men. If you haven't found the right Joe, I'll say that. If you haven't found the right Joe, what's wrong with that? There's something wrong with her. You mean you slept with all these men and none of them were suitable? Golly. You slept with all these men and none of them were suitable? You had a baby by this man, but he wasn't marriage material. He was a broke, he was a dusty. He didn't have his what? 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 I mean, let's get real. Let's get real. Let's talk about it. Let's get real. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It truly is crazy. It truly is crazy. How many failed relationships is it going to take before they find the right man? Or excuse me, the right sucker? That's what you is. You a sucker if you fall for that. You a sucker if you fall for the trap. You deserve to get played. You deserve. Look, Joe Smith was a good basketball player, man. I'm sure he's a good dude, man. But you was a sucker for marrying that one, brother. It's your fault that you're going through what you're going through. And I hate to tell you like this, you already know, but you messed up. You don't make no 304, no corn star, a housewife. Just don't do it. It's not to be done. It's not to be done. It's not to be done. It is what it is, y'all. Hey, man, y'all know what to do, man. This has been another episode of the Too Much Moxie podcast, right? I am your humble host, Too Much. And we are